See, this is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. People jumping to conclusions with minimal information, people reacting with the only a fraction of the details about what went on, and then creating entire conversations about some bullshit that they're not even sure is true. So spreading rumors, spreading falsehood, and unfortunately, it should not, but it does come with the territory of from the smallest family all the way up to high profile celebrities. But there's a way to check it, and it starts with you and I as individuals. First off, not just jumping head first and feeding into the gossip and then spreading it, me making memes and passing that shit around and being destructive and self-destructive, but really thinking about how is this gonna improve or help anything by me spreading this? How is this shit gonna help this, not only this individual, but whatever or whoever was connected to this individual, whoever this celebrity had influence over children, women, whomever. Case in point, people are jumping to conclusions, believing wholeheartedly that Tamar was actually considering and acted out an alleged suicide attempt primarily basing this stuff on not the fact that most of these people commenting have never met her, but basing it on posts on her social media. Now, one post that really stood out to me and had me thinking was where she states, allegedly, is under her, the account is under her name, that she doesn't have control over many aspects of her brand in the way that people think. Now, she didn't mention her social media accounts, but I mean, you have to consider, if you never specifically read her contracts, how can we assume that the company that she has a show with and others that may have endorsed or sponsored her show don't have the final say on her post on her social media, and somebody else, in fact, has control over what gets posted and deleted and so on and so forth? So to jump to a conclusion based off of little information, spread it around, or is that any different? Or how would you feel if on your job you were accused of sexual harassment, or you were accused of some other kind of misconduct or stealing from the company, and people just took that and ran with it? Your supervisor, the manager, just took it and ran with it, didn't check any tapes, didn't verify, didn't investigate it, just took it and instantly, especially if you're in an at-will state where the employment can be ended by you, the employee, at any given time without prior notice. And on the other side, the employer can separate you from the company without any prior notice. But the extra power that the employer has is to word the separation in such a way that it makes it where you're unable to draw unemployment. So now, not only have they impacted your primary, if not only, source of income, if it was based on some false allegation that wasn't even investigated, but they allowed that rumor to spread, and now you're left being labeled or branded a particular way as a person that harasses or a person that steals, and you're in a small town, a small area, a small city, and word gets around to somebody else at another company you may apply to work for. You see the cycle, you see the domino effect, and that's from just in your own personal life. So now you imagine when you hear celebrities, when you hear actors, actresses talk about being put on a list and labeled as difficult to work with, when in actuality, they may just not have been willing to stoop to certain levels or bow down or behave in a way that would not only have been an embarrassment to them, him or her as an individual, but an embarrassment to an entire group, derogatory or denigrating to an entire group. And because they chose to have a standard of integrity, they get shitted upon, and now it's difficult for them to find work. Just like it would be difficult for you to find work if your employer separated you and put on there that you stole when it was actually somebody else who did that, but you got labeled as such. And when a new employer that you're seeking touch bases with the previous employer, they're told that you're a thief. Think about it.